I'd like to start by paying respect to the traditional owners of the land, the Boonwurrung and Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging, who have been making art on this land for tens of thousands of years. Hi, my name's Kenny. For this activity we'll be reinterpreting a famous artwork, this painting by August Schenck titled Anguish, one of the National Gallery of Victoria's most popular paintings. We'll also be drawing our own shopping list and drawing a fish to finish off with that will come to life in our very own hands. I've got my pencils and my paper, but before we get started, let's just quickly wash our hands. So, I've got my Han Solo action figure and my Han Solo in Hoth gear, ready for the snow. And I'm just going to give them a wash. It's just really important to wash your hands before you start. It's good to practice good hygiene. So if you have a friend called Jean, say hi to them. And if you don't have a friend called Jean, pretend you do. Hi Jean. That's good hygiene. Did you know that apparently hands are the hardest things to draw, a lot of artists will say. So maybe as a quick startup, let's do some studies of our hands. So just a really quick drawing of your hand. I'm going to be giving a thumbs up. Okay, now remember, try and draw what you actually see, not what you think a hand looks like, which is a real tricky thing to do sometimes. So there is a hand. Now if you need to sneeze into your drawing, obviously don't sneeze into the hand. I'm going to draw an elbow, so we'll sneeze into that part of the drawing. like so. Other fun things you might want to do is perhaps colour in the fingernails, draw a watch on the hand, maybe a little love heart tattoo, and you're good to go. So there we have. We're ready to draw like a Renaissance artist. Speaking of Renaissance artists, you never know who you're going to find at the National Gallery of Victoria. It's Michelangelo, the most famous Renaissance artist of all. We can't all draw like Michelangelo, of course. One way we can be like Michelangelo is to draw our shopping lists like him. This is a picture of Michelangelo's shopping list. And you'll notice that he doesn't just write the shopping list, he also draws the shopping list. Apparently he did this because the person that he would give the list to wasn't able to read the same language as him, and so this was the way of communicating. So for today's activity, to start with, we're going to draw our own shopping lists. What would be on my shopping list? Banana? Now remember, if Michelangelo wanted 3 bananas, he would have to draw 3 bananas, because if he only drew 1 banana, he would only get 1 banana. So we're drawing our shopping list. 3 bananas, maybe a carton of milk, some cheese. I have to think, what do I want for dinner tonight? A Buffalo Bill. That's probably dessert. You can draw your favorite ice cream. Maybe I'll draw some eggs. 6 eggs. Okay, and that's my shopping list. A fun thing to do once you've drawn your shopping list, find a friend and give it to them and see if they can guess all the items that you would like from the shops. This is one of the most popular paintings in the National Gallery of Victoria. I really like it because it's so dramatic and it tells a story. I also like it because it treats the animals very seriously, especially an animal which often we think of maybe as something we eat. Here it is given a lot of dignity. But for today's exercise, we're going to take this image and make it a little bit more fun and playful. Rather than it being a sheep and crows, it's going to be a person eating fish and chips on the beach, and they're surrounded by seagulls. So if you've got a picture near you maybe that you might like to reinterpret, maybe give it a different tone, see how you go. So I'm going to start with the person. I'll give them a nice hat. Already I'm drawing hands, but luckily I've practiced drawing hands just a moment ago. Put them in a nice pair of shorts, maybe some thongs. Now I'm going to draw the fish and chips. How many chips do you get in a bag of fish and chips? 100? The good thing about drawing chips is they're all different sizes and shapes, so you can't really draw one wrong. Now I like sauce on my chips, but I'm gonna leave that off these ones. Sometimes with things like this, you need to decide how much detail to leave in and how much to leave out. And if you draw it quickly, you can often convey more. Okay, now we've got our person. Let's draw the seagulls. And these seagulls, they're happy seagulls because they think they're about to get something delicious. Let's keep them smiling. Whenever I look at a painting this big, I always think, how did they fit that in their studio? How big is their studio? Did they take that home in their car? It'd be nice to be able to do something that big sometime, wouldn't it? But I bet before he worked that big, the artist would have done a lot of practice drawings on a piece of paper about the size that we're drawing on. So many birds, aren't there? So these are friendly birds. They're waiting to see if the person's going to share. Drawing sand and drawing snow is actually pretty similar. You don't have to draw the whole thing. You can just draw the bits that you think are the most important. So this is the main activity we're going to be doing today. It's just drawing a picture that we already like and changing it around a little bit. In the painting that we're looking at, the clouds are quite dark, like it's about to rain. But in my drawing, I'm making it so it is a nice sunny day with a blue sky and a big sun. It's a little bit of yellow for the sand and also some yellow for the chips. And there we go. Here's a bit more of a playful interpretation of one of the National Gallery of Victoria's most popular masterpieces. Although in my version, it's a day out at the beach. Now that we've drawn chips, maybe the last thing we'll do, it's just a bit of a fun activity to finish up on, is draw a fish. So, get a new piece of paper and you're going to fold it into an S like this. Okay. So you should have something a bit like this. We're now going to take our pencil and draw one line like that, and then another line like this, and then a circle like that, and you should have a shape like this. We're now going to give it an eye, and I'll open it up, and we'll connect these lines, this one, and then draw a bit of a C here, and then maybe some teeth. Big, sharp teeth. Okay, so now we should have friendly fish. Friendly fish, swim, swim, swim. Ah! Scary fish. Let's go back to being friendly, please. Whew. Okay, friendly fish, friendly fish. And you can draw scales on your fish. You can color in the water. You can draw a fish that is swimming away from the scary fish. And there you go, you've got yourself a new friend. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And bye for now. Bye.